This sounds a little bit strange, but I tell myself the truth about how I feel physically and mentally. Um, just, being quite a bit older than baby girl here, I noticed, and then from the era that my mom was in, it's not just it's men and women, but women really sort of lighted themselves about how they feel. That's been my experience. For instance, with my mom, she would say she was fine when she really wasn't fine. So what I do is I tell myself the truth. I tell myself how I feel. That's what I do, if that makes any sense.
Okay, my turn.
Your turn.
For me, since I was little, I always played sports, so that's always helped me just to get out, be with people, and then I really like to do different types of art, from coloring and not coloring, but drawing and painting and things like that. So that's always helped me, things I like to do.
With breaking a sweat. I hate sweating. Let me give you an example. When we go to spin class, or prior to this hot mess that's going on, when we go to spin class, I get there 30 to 45 minutes early so I can get the bike in front of the fan. I told you my interview is going to be unconventional. I'm not going to give you the typical answers. The other thing that I'm really paranoid about is, and I'm really guarded about it, and I think it makes it worse, is my back. I have lower back. My back will go out. I have to stop doing my regular, exercises, so I don't have to worry about sweating because I'm not doing my regular exercises. But I've been doing strengthening and stretching properly. It's just something that I have to deal with and live with. But if I strengthen it, it's better. And if I'm mindful of it, but not overly mindful, then I'm okay. But I'm really paranoid about, oh goodness, if I do this, is my back going to go out? But now I know when it's about to go out, so I can kind of take a step back. Yeah.
That's a sweating. Look at you. For me, it's really just drinking water. Anytime anybody asks me if I would like a water, I always say I'm allergic. So I really need to start work. I've been trying to, do better about drinking water, even if it's just a little bit, because I will go as long as I can without drinking anything. So cutting back on like soda and things like that.
And she's an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Busted.
When I'm at like practice, because I played softball in college, so they bring out the waters and everything for us. So it's really hot. It gets really hot in Chico, so I'll drink like a little bit just to get me over. But then the rest of the day, beforehand, after, no.
That's pretty sad. And here at home, speaking on the water tip, it's only a couple other people in my house, her and my husband. They are allergic to water. In order to get her to drink it, I have to buy Arrowhead for her. So I do that because I notice she'll drink it if it's Arrowhead. If it's anything else other than Arrowhead, she's not drinking it. So it's kind of sad. I'm the only water drinker in the house. I keep a ton of Perrier in the house, and I notice she does drink that. She likes the one with the lemon in it.
Okay.
The part of the question that's getting to me is the uniquely part, but I'm going to go with it because I don't know if I do something uniquely, because I'm sure there's other people out there. But let me tell you what I do uniquely and faithfully. I am an HRT woman. Let me tell you, hormone replacement therapy changed my life because I was definitely going to jail. But it was so good that I noticed it changed my life. I figure as a woman, why do we have to suffer? I had one OB that I had gone to for years. They delivered both my children. My children are 27 and 21 right now, almost 22. And I went to him, explained what was going on, yada, yada, yada. And he said to me, oh, you'll get over it. here's some Premarin and do this. And my mother went through it. So I said, no, what I want you to do is draw blood, tell me when I'm low in. Where I was attending, and I love the place, they just didn't do that. So rather than him saying, we don't do that here. So I did a ton of research. Luckily, I came out there. I came back here and did a ton of research. So that's what I do. That's, you know, that keeps me out of jail. And I'm not saying that it's right for every woman out there, but the pros outweigh the cons for me. I didn't even share with my sister that I was getting it because she went so far to the negative in that, you know, it causes this, it causes that. I did what worked for Toya. And it may not work for the next woman. You know, you got to do your own blood workup and figure out, you know, what your history is as far as that. But for me, in order to, again, not to go to jail and to be likable again, I had to do something. So, okay, baby girl.
For me, it's not really unique because I guess we all do it. But for me, especially, I love having my hair done and having it done regularly. Just because for me, growing up, all my friends are usually white, and so they always have the questions or kind of just looking at me. And so I don't know. I just like to present myself well, and that makes me feel better. And then I usually, like, when I'm up in Chico with my friends at school, whenever we're like we've had practice, finals, and, you know, just a lot of stuff going on. We always like to, me and two of my friends on the team, we always like to go to get our nails done and keep that up because we're always looking a mess because we're in our softball clothes. So the one thing we like to do is at least just go get our nails done if we don't have time to do anything else. So.
With women's health, it's as if we're not as important as men. And let me explain why. When men have low testosterone, the world is going to come to an end. So they go to the doctor, and the doctor immediately gives them whatever they need. Women walk in, have given birth or not given birth, but we're unique differences. They don't cover anything. So although you can have great insurance, you're still coming out of pocket quite a bit for that time, and you have to allocate for that. So I think that's a huge difference, and it ticks me off. So.
Well,
a lot of times she's always told me consistently go. If anything's wrong or you feel something's wrong, you need to go. You can't be, you know, the result might be because at least, you know, maybe you catch it sooner. So that's like one thing I'm really proud of her of doing, of always just staying on top of her health and things like that, because you can see the difference between my mom and my dad, who likes to put things off and off and off. And so that's one thing I've always taken from her, and just to stay on top of my health in that way. So it's better to know than to, you know, just keep putting it off and then things get worse when you could have done something.
My turn? Okay, with Carter, what I admire the most is she is her own person. Because I knew that in this environment meaning San Diego, that 9 times out of 10, my children were going to only Black kids. If there were 30 kids, there was going to be 1 of 30 that was Black in the environment that we chose to raise them in, but I needed them to have a level up. So I had to put them in certain schools in order to get that level up versus a school system that didn't care. So my admiration for her at 21, almost 22 years old is she thinks for herself. She walks to the beat of her own drum. She's comfortable with the braids in or with them out, with whatever group she's in, an all Black group, an all white group, an all Asian group, and she knows who she is as a person. She doesn't, the word is, she doesn't negotiate who she is. That's who she is. She walks the walk, she talks the talk, and she's a natural leader versus a follower. I've seen her say, I don't care what you're doing, that's not what I'm doing. She doesn't go with the in crowd, she goes with the Carter crowd. And it gives me chills. It's like that's what I wanted for her. I don't have to worry that, oh, is she going to do this or that? You know, I taught her. It's like they're going to look dead at you, so you need to always be on your game. With her friends or the young folks, she knows how to push back with adults. She just doesn't take what they say at face value. She pushes or she questions it and says, well, wait a minute, you know. So I'm proud to be her mom. And I didn't want a second one. I didn't want a girl. And she knows that. I didn't want a girl because I came from an all-girl family. I'm the last of 5 girls. I was just over women.
Thank you, brother.
I wouldn't change it for the world. It's been an eye-opening experience.